Hello everyone, it's Anahita Rao, and so I'm here today to speak about the eclipse. We have an eclipse coming up very soon, and in my eclipse videos, one thing I always mention is every 8 to 9 years we have an eclipse that affects us personally. It could touch our moon, it could touch our sun or our ascendant in the chart, and it could also affect our dasha planet. So you have to see if it's impacting those points in your chart, because then you will feel it more. Some eclipses are, of course are more intense than others, and so their impact lasts longer. But generally, I would say it's a 6-month window to see the changes and the impact of an eclipse. So, of course, as always, don't make decisions before and after. Just a few days before, a few days after. It's a better time to reflect at that time. In fact, the strong energy at this time is great for any sort of spiritual practice or any sort of sadhana that you have implemented in your life. Especially during a solar eclipse, which is what we're going to talk about today. Yeah? So let's get started with that. Okay, so we have a big solar eclipse taking place in Sagittarius on December the 26th at approximately 5 a.m. UTC in the nakshatra of Mula at about 10 degrees. Now this eclipse is caused by Ketu, which is about 4 degrees away at this time. And we have 6 planets in Sagittarius, so we need to see beyond just the nodal impact here, because it's getting colored by other planets, and of course the effects will also be impacted accordingly. Jupiter is very close by, and it's in fact sitting between Ketu and Saturn, showing perhaps protection and maybe blessings for anything that shows up in our lives at this time. In fact, out of the 5 eclipses that we've had this year, I would say that this is probably the more positive one, if you want to see it in that light. The sun and moon closely aligned with Jupiter here, and that's fantastic. Let's talk further about it though. Now, when I do readings and when I look at transits especially, I always look at the outer planets. So at this eclipse, we also have a very positive and harmonious aspect from Uranus. And that's fantastic. So look out for any pleasant surprises that make you smile around this time. You may experience unexpected good luck and happy coincidences when you least expect them. So this is kind of a nice blessing for the holiday season. This is especially the case if you're Aries or Leo, because there's the trinal aspect happening between Sagittarius, all the fire signs. Of course, again, this affects Gemini and Sagittarius directly, but also those who have personal planets close to the eclipse degree, as usual. You will feel it more. It takes place right at the edge of the 3rd and 4th pada of Mula, and then it goes into the very last degree of the Gemini Navamsha. Now, being that it is taking place in the very fierce nakshatra of Mula, with 2 benefics close by, Jupiter and Mercury, we can only assume that the cutting away energy that Mula brings will serve a higher purpose. So whatever is eliminated from your life will not only be for your good, but you may also feel a relief of sorts. With the harmonious Jupiter energy and Venus finally moving into Capricorn as well, and thereby breaking the Kala Sarp Yoga. This of course happened on December the 15th. And it was ongoing Kala Sarp Yoga for a few months. We will immediately get a hint of new beginnings, especially concerning relationships. And being that it's taking place at the border of the Gemini and Cancer Navamsha, with Jupiter again close by, it's important to keep the channel of communication and connection open during the holiday season. Mula is a nakshatra that's associated with getting to the root of any issue. It represents the ability to destroy or to remove that which is not working for us. So essentially, it's the best time to get to the root of any matter and either fix the issue once and for all, or let it go once and for all. Other favorable activities supported by Mula: buying or selling a home, expressing romantic desire, gathering knowledge, contemplation and meditation, of course, and initiation into the study of any occult science, especially astrology. Things to avoid: any sort of major transactional, especially financial transactions. Also watch for self-sabotage, because Mula is, you know, it's got that destructive, the self-destructive energy to it, so it can bring on self-destructive behavior. So removing that which is not relevant or that which has caused you suffering or harm is a good thing, but sometimes what happens is when you remove or let go of things in your life, whether it's places, people, whatever it is, you end up sometimes destroying more than you ought to have. So be watchful for that. But overall, you know what, I like this eclipse compared to the ones we've experienced all year. And I recommend that you enjoy the holidays and connect with others. It's a good time to be grateful, as we've just put a very difficult year behind us. I've also written a detailed monthly forecast posted on my website, where you can read more about the eclipse and, of course, December. And as usual, feel free to subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you, folks. All the best.